Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. So this is the new moon in Leo, and Leo is all about confidence and roaring and speaking your truth and being vibrant and being bold and being seen. And everyone has a Leo in their chart somewhere. So wherever that falls for you in your natal chart, you might want to look at that. Again, I'm not an astrologer. Please go find someone that you resonate with. But this is the Leo new moon. And so the pick a card is, where are you resonating, right? 1, 2, or 3. And so take a look at that poster. Um, if you haven't taken a look and to see like which one is calling to me or which one can I not look at, right? So I am Melissa L. Watkins. I'm evidential medium and master instructor teacher with integrated energy therapy. And so this is going to be the new moon reading in Leo. If you're brand new to my channel, I've got a whole playlist of new moon, full moon readings, pick a cards. I also have the daily guidance playlist, the weekly playlist, and also a playlist with meditations and information classes that you can absolutely look at. And if you want more information, check out the description box, guidance311.com. Anyway, so let's do this. So I'm going to hold up 1, 2, and 3 of the fairy forest, which were the cards that were calling to me for this pick a card. So we are going to do 1, 2, and 3, right? So if you haven't already picked your card, 1, 2, or 3. All right. Which one's resonating to you? Which one's calling to you? Which one can you not take your eye off of? Right? Which one can't you take your eye off of? So again, this is Leo new moon. New moons are about beginnings, and Leo is all about being bold and being confident, right? So how can you be bold and confident in a new beginning or a resurgence or something that just feels new, right? So number 1, if you chose pile number 1, this is going to be for you. So pile number 1. Bliss. Oh, I like that. Contentment, satisfaction, and security. So this new moon, I love this for you, is bringing you some bliss in a part of your life that is going to garner contentment. It's going to garner some satisfaction and simplicity in your life in some way. And so this is about you leaning into it, especially if you're someone that is so focused on striving and driving, or always going into the next thing, or always rushing, or always working on something new. Like, it's time to lean into accepting satisfaction and contentment and allowing yourself to feel these things for more than a moment, right? So this is where you're really going to take some time to enjoy what you've accomplished, what you have received. You're going to allow yourself to feel this bliss, maybe in a way that you've never had before, especially if you're someone like you're always on to the next thing, right? That like type A personality of like, I've got to go, 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 achieve, achieve, achieve. Spirit saying in this new moon energy to take a minute, a week, a day, a month, to just enjoy what you've accomplished, what is being brought into your experience that is allowing you to just be satisfied, be content. Sometimes we don't allow ourselves to enjoy an achievement. Once we achieve it, it's like we just move on to the next thing. And Spirit's like, no, you need to enjoy this achievement. You've worked really hard for it. Yeah. Look at that. It's time to go into the void. This new moon, it's time to go into the void, to allow yourself to rest, to allow yourself to be content, be in a state of bliss. Yeah. to not be striving and driving, not be going on to the next thing, not to be worried about what was, not to be projecting into what will be, but being right here in this moment of contentment and achievement and really embracing it. Really embracing it. I feel like for some of you, it's because you need to fill up your cup. I feel like for some of you, you've been giving and giving and giving in such an extent that you don't have enough in your cup to keep going. And if you keep going without taking the time for the achievement, the satisfaction, the contentment, to really lean into being where you are right now, that you're going to burn out. And, you know, when we're emotionally and mentally burning out, right? Something's going on in our physical. So this is where you want to make sure that you're not detrimentally putting yourself in a negative deficit energetically, emotionally, mentally, and physically in a way that you end up, you know, burnt out or I don't want to say ill because I'm not a doctor. I'm not giving medical advice. But I definitely want you to be very aware, right, of how you're feeling in all the ways. Okay. File number 1. All right, let's see what Spirit wants to add to this. Oh. Okay. Yeah. Because for some of you, this is about getting into your purpose. For some of you, this is about your knowingness of who you are and what you're standing for. And, you know, for some of you, you can't get here yet. You don't know who you are, what you stand for, what your purpose is, because you're so depleted. Like you have given and given and given and given to such an extent that you are afraid of contentment. You're afraid of simplicity. You're so used to things being hard. You're so used to the obstacles and challenges. You're so used to the cortisol spike of the fear, right? That being content, being sitting down, right? She's sitting down and just knowing that you're divine, that you're sovereign, that you have what you need within you that will manifest without of like the internal manifest the external, right? And for some of you, like you can't even get here because you're so depleted. I feel like pile number 1, you're coming to this reading very depleted. Yeah, and so the King of Swords is coming up with the Queen of Wands and the Three of Wands. I mean, look at this. I mean, it's time. It's time for you to move away from anything that's hurting you, anything that's taking too much of your energy, anything that's not allowing you to be powerful. So I feel like not really sure what's going on. Oh, she wants to hurt you. That's what it is. Yeah, my cat is like looking at the dog like, what are you doing? I don't want to start this reading over. Yeah, pile number 1. For some of you, I'm going to go off on a tangent here. I mean, we do have a masculine and a feminine, right? I feel like for some of you, this could be romance, right? This could be your divine counterpart coming in, and your anybody trying to reconnect with you. It's time for them to move on. That's what I'm seeing. If it's romantic, right? If it's not romantic, if this is because you're depleted, if this is because you've been giving from that empty cup, like this is where you now have to be sovereign in your divine feminine and divine masculine and really going towards what you want and leaving behind anything that's trying to rain on your parade or not allow you to be content or not allow you to be sovereign. Yeah, anybody who's pulling on you in a way that's not allowing for satisfaction and contentment and sovereignty and divinity, like those are the people I would steer clear of until you're ready. And I feel like for some of you, you have a hard time doing that, like putting up a boundary of saying, I need a minute, or I can't help you because I don't have it, right? Whether it's a resource or energy, whatever it is, right? So yeah, pile number 1, this is about this new moon is really going to kind of I feel like force you in some way, right, to set that boundary. And if you don't, that's where things really don't go well. Yeah, I was feeling this. Yep, this is the Leo. Leo is bold. Leo is in your face. Leo is confident, right? This is take charge and take action. So this is why, how you've done things in the past is not going to work. Trying not to make a decision isn't going to work. Hoping they get the hint isn't going to work. Like, you're going to have to be very clear, yes or no. In this energy, you're going to be brought to that you have to say yes or no. You have to take charge and action, because that's the only way you get to be able to have achievement and have contentment, because you're creating it by putting up the boundary. Yes, and it's okay. You'll be okay to do this, because angelic protection is coming in to say, we've got your back. Like, even though that person is really difficult, or that situation is really difficult, and you've been having a hard time setting a boundary because they've not been hearing it, like, you can say no with it as a complete sentence, and you're protected. So whatever ramification or pushback you think you're going to get, it's not going to come, because we're protecting you, because we have to step in here, because you've not been able to take charge and take action, because they're not allowing you to, because they're pulling on you so hard, right? They're trying to knock you down. They don't want you to rise. They see your power, and you don't see your power as much as they see your power. And they know that if you rise, they can't. And those are not your people. Those are not your people. So the Emerald Dragon brings in healing and cosmic abundance. Yeah, healing. Good fortune is coming. Let your thoughts support your divine perfection. Align with your fifth dimensional blueprint. Yeah. The Emerald Dragon. Call in the Emerald Dragon, especially if you're really struggling with that boundary, because they will help you set it. They will help you to get into alignment with what is for you. And that will, for some of you, take you out of alignment to the people and situations that you're currently in, because you don't see how misaligned you are, and the dragons do. So yes, I love this. Yeah, healing and cosmic abundance. So good fortune is coming. So for those of you who've been, wanting good fortune or needing good fortune, call in your Emerald Dragon in this Leo new moon energy, because that is where it's coming from. That is where you're going to get it. That is how things are going to change, by you stepping into your sovereignty and divinity, and knowing that you deserve. You deserve. All right, so I'm going to pull some of these tea leaf cards just to see what else Spirit wants to kind of say that, this new moon is going to be bringing you, or showing you. Yeah, so let's see what we got here. Oh, okay. So the first one that came out is excitement. So there's some excitement coming for you, firecracker, in this new moon energy. So don't be surprised if some excitement shows up. You also got the boot. Increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goals. Yeah, set those boundaries. Yeah, increase those efforts if you want to achieve those goals. And butterfly. Change for the better. Yeah, and I feel that. I feel like this Leo new moon is absolutely bringing you a change for the better. You are coming out of the chrysalis. You are becoming the butterfly in this energy. There it is. There it is. Look at that. Yep. All right, pile number 1. I hope this resonated. Thank you for being here. Please like, subscribe, share. I appreciate all of the support. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, pile number 2. Pile number 2. Let's see what we got for pile number 2. So the fairy forest wanted to bring you the Yule Singer, rebirth, feasting, and joy. And I love this. You know why I love this? Because joy is the highest vibrational frequency in the universe. And so if you're being brought joy, then you are absolutely coming into bounty and abundance. Look at this. Like you can't go wrong in this energy. And so I feel like this rebirth may be a little uncomfortable, may not be exactly what you want, but it is what you need. And on some level, I feel like you will be ready for it. Yeah. So with that being said, let's see. Yeah. Because it's time to create. Look at that creation. That's what you're rebirthing. You're rebirthing. You're creating. This Leo new moon is bringing you. I feel like that. Like abundance of creative energy or ideas or inspiration. Abundance of inspiration is what it feels like. So pile number 2, I feel like get ready. Like get your pen ready, get your dream journal ready. However you get creative, I feel like get ready, because I feel like pile number 2, that is what this Leo new moon is going to be bringing you. All right, let's see what Spirit wants to add to this. All right, pile number 2, Leo new moon. What do we need? What do we need? What is the message for us that will be most beneficial? There we go. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So we got the Seven of Wands, the Page of Pentacles, and the High Priestess. And on the bottom of the deck, you actually have the Nine of Swords. So yeah. So I feel like there's a situation that you are over. You're exhausted from. It's yeah, I feel like the Seven of Swords and the Nine of Swords kind of, or Seven of Wands and Nine of Swords kind of go together. Like you've been through it for a minute, right? There's a lot of obstacles, a lot of contention, a lot of things in your way, things you've had to move out of your way, things you've had to really fight for, and you're just so tired. Like you are so beat up. Pile number 2, and this Leo new moon is now bringing you the inspiration, is now bringing you the abundance, the rebirth that you need to get you out of this. And that is where the Page of Pentacles and the Empress are coming in, right? So you're coming out of this very difficult energy of contention and strife and fighting and just, you're over it. And now it's time to tap into your intuition. It's time to tap into your knowingness. It's time to sit in your power. It's time to gain the knowledge or use the knowledge. Gosh, I feel like for some of you, like you have the knowledge, but you haven't been using it because of, whatever's been holding you back, like whatever's been holding you back, right? And for some of you, it's the intuitiveness, like it scares you or you're not comfortable with it. But the Page of Pentacles is definitely coming in to say it's time to step onto your path, time to step into your resource, and that resource of spiritual connection, right? That resource of knowing that you know, but you don't know how you know, or you feel what you feel, but you don't know how you feel it or why you feel it, but you just know, and your third eye opening up, and you're in the clairaudience, like all of it, right? All of it coming online in whatever form that looks for you, but it bringing you into this knowingness and into this knowledge that is more than your physical self. And so this is what is bringing you this rebirth. This is what is bringing you the ability to create, because you're getting divine inspiration, tapping into your sovereignty, and that's what's allowing you to create and be inspired and to go in the new direction and to allow the sun to come out. The sun card, Leo new moon, there it is, the sun showing up, the sun card, the Leo card showing up in your reading, to say that this Leo new moon is going to transform you, is going to change you, is going to bring you out of whatever has been difficult and into whatever is for you, even though it's going to be unknown or uncomfortable because it's so new. But that's where you're going to thrive. That's where the abundance is going to be for you. Pile number 2. Yeah. Power and intention. Setting the intention. Stepping into your power, that power of that connection to spirit, that power to your sovereignty and divinity, that connection and power of your sovereignty and divinity, right? And setting the intention to go forward in the way that you want, what works for you, what means the most to you, where you can't not go. Like you're being so inspired and you're being so given the tools. It's like I can't not go in this new direction, even though it feels so scary. Yeah, stay in love. Stay in love. So Mother Mary coming in with holy love, nurturing you. This card actually came out, angelic protection came out in the first reading. So the angels are definitely around. Project. Oh yeah, look at that. Yep, it's your road. Yep, it's where you need to be. So where you're being guided, where you're being led is your new road. What is not working out is not for you. So whatever's not working out, it's like, yep, it's time to move in a new direction. Go where I'm being called to go. That's where my abundance is. That's where my creativity is. That's where my joy is, my bliss, right? That's what this Leo new moon is bringing us. Joyful, high vibration, what is for us. And pile number 2, I just feel like you're ready. You're so over the old. You're so over what hasn't worked out, and you're ready to create, and you're ready to be in that creative space, however that looks for you. So I hope that resonated. Thank you for being here. Oh, no. Hold on, pile number 2. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I also want to pull some of these tea leaf cards just to see if Spirit has like advice or ways in which you can be creative, right? All right, so there's one. So let's see what else wants to come out. I have to do these in halvesies. This is such a huge amount of cards that, yeah, I can't. I've tried to do them all at once, and I drop them every single time. So now I just try to do them separate. So I only got 2, so I want to see if I can get 1 or 2 more for you. So let's just see. Okay, there we go. All right. So the first one that came out is casket. Someone going out of your life or the end of a situation. Yeah, and I was feeling that. I was totally feeling that for some of you. And then we have door. Opportunities are waiting for you. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Yeah. This is the only way you can be creative, is going in a new direction, right? This is the only way that you can get, away from whatever that 9 of Swords is, right? The thing that's really kind of got you exhausted beyond measure. Yeah. And there's going to be disappointment in some affairs, scissors. Yeah, you got to cut away the disappointment, but there will be some disappointment, unfortunately, because something didn't go the way that you thought you wanted it to, or you thought it was going to, right? So don't wallow in the disappointment, feel it and release it. All right. So thank you for being here. Okay. Like, subscribe, and share. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Pile number 2. Have a great month. Okay. Pile number 3. Your fairy forest card is the Green Witch. Fresh, new, spring. Oh, I love it. Something fresh and something new coming in. And for some of you, this could possibly also be an indication that things are really going to like take off for you in the springtime. So I'm in summer right now in the Northern Hemisphere. So, this could be, 3 to 6 months out before you really enjoy the resurgence or the newness. But just know that, for all of you, something is showing up that is fresh and new. If you chose this pile number 3, yeah, because it is time for you to let go of anything that you're doing to extreme. So for those of you who are, overindulging in any way, this is where you're being kind of brought to task, and why things are going to take a new turn, because what you're doing that's overindulgent, right? Overspending, overeating, over drinking, over sexing, like over, like to the nth degree, right? Addiction, right? For those of you who are really struggling with addiction. So yeah, this is where you're going to be brought to task, it feels like. And that's why you have to go in a new direction, or you have to do something new, pile number 3, because what you're doing is detrimental and isn't going to be sustainable. So let's see what Spirit wants to say. Okay. Oh, I thought one flipped, but I was wrong. Okay, so we got one. Okay, and 2, and 3. Yeah, bottom of the deck, we're going to take it too. All right. So the first card that came out was the 7 of Pentacles. So yes, you've been working hard, you've been working diligently. Things have been kind of coming to you, but you're not content. It's not been what you thought. I feel like there's been a disappointment. You're not thinking of, something new or something different, right? And so the Knight of Wands is coming in to say yes, that things are going to be taking off, but I do feel like in a different direction, right? So it has to be in a different direction for you to kind of have something new. And so whatever you've been doing that hasn't been working, it's time to move on from that. And for some of you, this will be partnership. For some of you, this will be relationship. For some of you, it's a relationship that hasn't been working out well, right? It's been overindulgent, right? You haven't been standing your ground. You've been giving too much, or they've been giving too much, or there's just an imbalance, right? And so for some of you, it's like, I don't feel safe and stable. I don't have enough money. I don't have enough resource. I don't have enough opportunity. This isn't working for me. And so, yes, I have to go in the new direction. I have to go where I know I can take off, where I can soar, where things can go well for me. And so I have to make the decision that are being brought to me. And I feel like pretty quickly, like you're going to have to turn things around pretty quickly in this energy with the Leo, because Leo is bold, right? Leo is like decisive. Leo is like, I know what I want. I'm going for it. And I feel like that's what you're being brought to in this new moon energy, pile number 3, that, really being brought in your face, like what isn't working, why it isn't working, and that you have to make a change. And it's going to be different for each and every one of you. But I do feel like there's no not seeing what's not working, right? Where you've been, just overdoing. I'll leave it there. Overdoing. All right, let's see what the advice wants to be. My poor cat's like, what is going on? We have a puppy, and she's an old lady, and she's not okay with this new puppy. Okay. Yeah, Mother, Father, God. Yeah, because that's why whatever you're doing that's not good for you, like that's you're getting in connection with Mother, Father, God, universe, divinity, source, your own sovereignty, right? And of course, they're definitely going to expose where things aren't working for you and why you can't get into connection with yourself, because you keep making like the choice that's the easiest, but it's not the best, right? And Mother, Father, God is bringing you this balance and symmetry and connection to yourself, Mother Gaia, your spirit guides, right? Because they need you to be in symmetry. They need you to be in connection, because that is where your power is. That is where your sovereignty is. That is where your abundance is. That's where your manifestation is. Yeah. So yes, they want you to listen deeply, because they are talking to you. They are giving you the signs and reminders. Look at that. Those two cards came out together. Isn't that perfect? Yeah, listen deeply because they're bringing you the signs and reminders of who you are, what you came here to be and do, what your purpose is. But you have to listen deeply. Like you have to have a meditation practice. You have to be open to the signs. You have to trust and act what they're bringing you. So we have the dragon that wants to come in to help is Earth and Fire Dragon. Works with you to clear the fifth dimensional ley lines. It is time for service. When you give, you receive. And I feel like any of you that are really struggling with overindulgence, addiction, anything that isn't serving you, right? Yeah, getting into service. When you're helping others, it's so easy to then like step out of what you're hurting or what you're focused on, or, you know, your, I don't want to say selfishness, but that's kind of what I was hearing. So yes, being of service, helping others absolutely will help you to transform these practices that have gotten you kind of in this negative space. And that's what I'm feeling for you in this energy. All right. So I'm going to pull some tea leaf to see what Spirit wants to add to this, either as an indication of what's holding you back or advice. Yeah, they're definitely going at it. All right, so I have to do this in two piles because this is such a huge deck, and I always do it all at once. Okay, so let's see what we got started here. Throne, position of authority. Yes, they definitely want you to be more in a position of authority. That right now in your kind of negative, detrimental space, like you're not in authority. Younger woman, dealing or relationship with a younger woman. So for some of you that will resonate, whether that's a relationship or a family or a child, or yeah, for some of you, this is definitely looking at that relationship. Wreath, sorrow over a loss. Yeah, grief can definitely, you know, especially if you're someone that's really holding on to that grief and you're overindulging in those emotions, right? You're not allowed. Excuse me. Sorry, puppy really wants to play with the old lady and she really doesn't want to. Peacock, beware of great pride. Yeah. So pride can also get in the way of you really allowing yourself to heal or to look at maybe where you are out of balance in some way in your life, right? So something to look at. But thank you for being here. Like, subscribe, share. I truly appreciate all the support. Thank you for being here. And just know that you are coming into new, to fresh, into spring. The Green Witch is definitely coming in to help you. And you can also, you know, get into connection with Mother Gaia and your divine feminine to also help you in these energies, because I do feel like this Leo new moon is definitely going to be highlighting some things in your life that are more difficult. Pile number 3. So sending you lots of love and so many blessings. Take care.